Dude, let's go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Untamed Outdoorsmen, and today I am so unbelievably excited to show you my newest kayak on the channel. I've been waiting very patiently for the last couple of weeks, and this is my all-new kayak, the Native Watercraft Titan X 12.5. Take a look. So, as many of you know, we've been subscribed to us for a couple weeks. I've been patiently waiting. I bought this thing at the beginning of the month, beginning of January. I've been waiting very patiently to finally get it here, and it is finally here. And I am just so unbelievably excited right now. A huge shout out to everyone over at Next Adventure out of Oregon. They did an amazing job with this thing, getting it shipped to my house, getting it shipped safely. They had great customer service as well. So if you decide to get this boat, definitely consider giving them your business. But this is my own new Native Titan 12.5, Titan X. And I am just in awe right now. We're going to be doing a multi-part series on this kayak, going extremely in-depth in a full build series, showing you each step of the rigging for you, and that's just going to be an absolute blast. We're going to be doing that for the rest of the winter, and it's just going to be really fun. So this video now, though, is just going to be a tour. So this is going to be a tour as it sits stock. So this is exactly how we got the kayak off of the freight truck. So all we did was take the plastic off. So this is exactly how it sits, how it's gonna look. So we're gonna go from bow to stern quickly and show you all the cool features about it. So I'm gonna start right in the bow here. So, and I have a huge smile on my face. I can't get the smile off right now. Right here is your front track. So this is also a handlebar, obviously. This is a great tie-down point, and this is a solid metal handle here. And the best part is it functions as a track. But that's a really nice heavy-duty handle for this heavy boat. It's well over 125 pounds, so a lot bigger than the SN133X was. Right here, if you want to zoom in a little bit, right here, this is actually one of the coolest parts of this kayak. So these 8 bolts right here might seem pretty insignificant, but this is actually a dedicated Motor Guide XI3 mount. Native Watercraft actually wants you to get a special Native Watercraft plate to put the trolling motor on your kayak. If we've learned anything about the SN133X build, definitely get that reinforcement, and they offer that. I believe if you buy the boat, they give you a QR code to scan to get it for free too, so that's a nice feature. We'll have to look into that. And right here is probably one of the biggest selling points of the kayak. So this is what they call a PowerLink plate. So this plate right here is amazing. So a lot of kayaks, if we did this on the SN133X build series, we had to drill into the kayak, and it works, but if you decide you don't want that anymore, you want to go a different direction, you're kind of SOL. So right here, this is going to allow you an opportunity to drill into your hull without drilling directly into the hull, if that makes sense. So this is a $15 replaceable plate. So if you screw up, if you decide you want to do something different, you can just replace the plate instead of having to get a whole new kayak. So awesome right there. So this is the main hatch right here. This main hatch is awesome. So obviously here you get this rubber gasket here, which is actually a rubber gasket instead of a foam one that was on Pete's. This is a nice rubber gasket, and this is a removable tub. Get all your access into the hull right here. It's awesome. And then right here is actually a battery compartment for your accessory battery. So obviously your accessory battery is going to go right here. This is everything but the trolling motor. You get your strap right here to secure it. And then this is another excellent feature, is a through-hole plug for your transducer. So this is an excellent feature because you have no holes to drill. So again, our goal for this kayak is going to make it as drill-free as possible. So we're going to utilize the PowerLink plates, we're going to utilize all the cool features on this. And then one thing that they don't really talk about too much is this right here. So this is something that was sorely missing on a lot of the other Native Titans. this is an opportunity for the rain and the water to actually expel out of the boat. So let's say you're in heavy rain or you left the boat open outside, the water's not gonna pool up in here. So it'll actually fall out of the kayak through these lines here. So that's another small but really important feature. So now we're getting into the main tank well here. So you get these two tracks right here. These two tracks, a lot of people will actually put a captain's bridge, which is a track that goes over this, and run dual live scope setups or run dual Garmin setups, whatever you want to do. You have the option. I'm not going to get into the whole debate of live scope. What goes without saying is that kayaks are evolving, whether we like it or not, and I think this Titan X is a prime example of it. I'm not sure if we're going to do that, but right now we'll just put the fish finder right up here. It's still an amazing spot. Right here, this is where your propel drive is going to go. So right in that box right there is the propel drive. They shipped it to me separately. And this is where the propel drive is going to sit. So the actual unit's going to rest right in here. It'll lock in through this, and then we'll just be able to remove this little secure hatch here. This was the same little security hatch that Pete has on his boat, and this actually has a gasket on it now. So really, really cool. Maybe just as a precaution, we'll still do what we did on Pete's kayak to help the waterproofing. You just can never be too sure. But right here, you get these really, really thick scupper holes. Same scuppers that Pete has on his boat, the Native Titan 12. And another really awesome feature that's new for the Titans is these rod holders right here. So this is a in-hull rod holder if you wanted to go through trees, or if you want to actually just keep 4 rods on you, you can just stuff them right into the hull. This is a waterproof. It's got PVC that goes straight through, and it's waterproof too. So really, really nice. All right, so one thing inside of this main footwell area that I wanted to talk about is these two little engravings here. So this is actually pretty important because this is a dedicated spot for your 26-inch catchboard. So we talked about this in one of my previous videos, and it rests right here, and you can measure your fish. So again, if you're doing tournaments like I'm going to be doing in 2024, this is going to be an excellent, excellent addition to this boat. And then if I don't need the catchboard, I can either just put it right down here or I can run it over here. So I have the options. Okay, so now we're in like the middle part of the hull here. This section right here, and I bought this plano box today solely to do this. This is a dedicated 3600 size plano box tray here. So this is obviously a 3600 plano. Right in there. Secure it down. You could probably leave this on while you transport too if you really wanted to, but excellent feature. So this is your rudder control right here. This allows you to flip the rudder up and down. So if you want to have the rudder facing normally, so facing like this, or you want to have it facing down, you have the option to do both, but that's the control right there. Okay, so now we're in the middle here. You got another forward-facing rod holder. So this is something that we actually had on the Pelican Catch 120s. I'm sure a handful of you remember that. That was an awesome feature on the Pelican Catch 120s that was sorely missing on the Ascend 133X, and now we have it back. So awesome feature again. So you have 2 more power link plates here. 2 more power links. Again, we'll probably end up running our Yak power outlets to run the cameras. We'll be doing that. And this is where your seat goes. So they actually showed us, this is the box that the seat comes in by Millennium Marine. I believe that in the iCast kind of tour of the kayak, it was a different seat. But this is the seat that it has now, not a big deal. But this is your main support here. This is how the seat sits, pretty much. So right here, you can add your various tackle, whatever you want to put in here. Probably end up putting like camera gear or maybe my phone or something right in there. You get plenty of storage underneath the seat too. And then obviously you get your seat. And so part 1 of our Native Titan X build series is going to be installing all the stuff that comes with the boat. So we'll be installing the seat, we'll be installing the pedal drive, and we'll be installing the Native sidekick as well. So that'll be part 1 of the build series, a little spoiler, but that's what it's gonna be. So now we're into the back part here, and I'll show you really quickly. I'll take this out. And this is probably my favorite feature about this boat, and this is the trolling motor battery compartment. This is a dedicated mount specifically for the trolling motor battery. And it's held in by these almost Jeep clamps here for your hood. Really excellent. And then right here is a dedicated spot for your trolling motor battery. So this is probably my favorite feature on the kayak, because one of the things I really grew to not like about my Ascend 133X is how much of a pain the battery was. So this is gonna be awesome. I'll pop this out real quick to show you. So this tub is if you have like a 54 amp hour Dakota. This will fit right in here, no problem. But in our case, we have a 100 amp hour inside of this Minn Kota power center here. It's a 100 amp hour lithium ion. It's gonna just go right in here. So this is what it's designed to do. If you got a bigger battery, you take this tub out and you put it right in here. So again, an awesome feature. And the best part about this is you get full access to this hull. So there's nowhere in the kayak that you can't get to inside the hull with this Titan X. So again, that's incredible. So we're getting to the end of it here. All right, so now that we're into the tank well area, this is where things also get really interesting. So obviously you got 2 more scupper holes right here. So this little carved out area here is actually really important. So this is a dedicated spot for your Yak Attack Blackpack Pro 16x16. So this is another really awesome feature because it's gonna have that little lip there. Again, really making it seamless. And then you also get 2 tracks right here. These are usable tracks if you wanted to use them for whatever reason. Then you obviously get 2 more rod holders back there. Now we're getting to the back here. We got another power link plate. We got our rudder control. And we have this spare tub here. I don't think this was their intended purpose. I think the intended purpose was to make it so you can reach back here, easily get to whatever part of the hull you need to. So, and then the last couple parts here is this back here. So I'm not sure we're gonna be using this right away. We might use this at a later date, who knows? But these 3 sets of screws here are actually really important. So these 2 are micro power pole mounts. So if you wanted to run dual micro power poles, you don't have to, but you can. If you wanted to do that, you can run them. And then right here is an even more important one. This is a specially reinforced area of the hull. Obviously on native watercraft, these are gonna be the thickest hulls you can possibly get. There's gonna be no hull flex problems like we had on the Ascend with this guy. But this is a Torpedo mount or a Newport vessel mount for an electric rear trolling motor. So this thing is truly, truly incredible. I have been waiting very, very patiently to finally get this thing. And then one more thing too before I go is the rudder. So the rudder has to be assembled here. So as you can see, it's not 100% ready to go, but this is a flip rudder. So I can keep it down like this, or I can move it up like this. I have the option. So again, guys, that's pretty much everything that I can talk about here in the introductory video. So guys, now that I've gone through the tour from bow to stern, Pete's gonna say a couple words about this kayak. This kayak is truly, truly amazing. I am so excited to start this build series. Pete's gonna say a couple words right now.
All right, guys, so as you've seen, this boat is completely different than my boat. I mean, it is just like a total 180 from the Titan 12. They really thought about everything that went into the Titan, and they just absolutely exceeded expectations with this boat. The Titan I had a few like little complaints with. Mainly was the water getting into the hull. Like that was the biggest thing. And right off the bat, I'm just going to start up the front with this boat. They thought about that when they made this boat. They made it so it has the drain ports on the side, so you're not getting water pooling if it's sitting on like the side of your house or something when you're not using it. And up here, this hatch is amazing. They thought about where you could put a little battery. They thought about, you know, getting into the hull, running your wires and everything. And it just makes it 100 times easier for us building this boat. I'm honestly astonished with it. Then you come to the plates, these PowerLink plates, fantastic. One of the biggest things that I kind of regret doing on my Titan was drilling into the hull, but I had no other option. For me to run my fish finder, for me to run my NOCO, for me to run, you know, my Yak power system, I needed all that stuff drilled into the hull. There's just no other way. And they really thought about that. People are modernizing with kayaks. They're adding more battery powered stuff, dual graphs, triple graphs. It's crazy everything you can do now. And you know, there's a lot of companies that build a lot of products like that. So it's amazing that they put these in here. Another thing on this boat too that I wish I kind of had on the front of my boat is the spot to mount your motor guide. Now I know some companies make plates for the Titan 12, but this Titan X 12.5 built in already. Native sells the plate for you to mount it to. I mean, it's just, they thought of everything with this boat. Coming back here. Another cool feature on the boat that I really liked. These side pockets for the 3600 crates. I always have tackle like thrown under my seat, and I just feel like if they would have added that on the Titan 12, that really stands out because I have it just thrown everywhere. If I was able to put it in the side like this boat, I wouldn't have such an organized mess, as I like to call it. Coming up to the front rod holders, this is cool. You don't see this on many boats. I think Hobie does it, but this is amazing. On my Titan, I got the little rod tube holders that come up the front and the top here. They're all right, but honestly, if you're going through like trees or you're going over an underpass, this is really key because you can put your rods down. You're not breaking rods or anything like that. I think this is probably one of the biggest upgrades they could have did to any boat. There's a couple companies that started doing this, like Old Town been doing it a while, but for Native to implement this system like this into a boat, this is awesome. You got your big hatch here for your big battery that allows you to run your trolling motor on the front if you want, or your Newport Vessels motor on the back. It's crazy. I would have never thought this would be in a Native boat, but they really stepped their game up with these boats. And finally, getting to the back here, as always with the Natives, you got a massive tank well area. You can fit your black pack, you can fit all your rods, and you still got room for stuff to go in here. I like how they raised the rudder up on this boat, and they raised the hatch back here. One of the big things with the Native Titan 12 was having the hatch down here in the tank well, and the rudder even plane with it. The rudder would sometimes leak in and cause water to go into the hull through that little hatch. Where they got it raised higher now, it'll be above the water line, so you shouldn't be getting any water coming in at all. And if you do, they got drain ports for it to come right down. You don't even have to worry about it. So yeah, this boat is a phenomenal boat. I already love it. I'm in love with it. I wish I got one myself, but I'm super excited for Connor to be using this boat this year. I'm super excited to build this boat for you guys, show you all the crazy stuff we're going to do with this.
Alright guys, so that is going to do it for the introductory video to our build series of the Native Watercraft Titan X 12.5. Really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to be the first ones to watch our build series uploads. Coming very soon. Hopefully we'll have those come out roughly once a week, maybe 5 to 7 days, hopefully. So this is going to be our focus until the start of the fishing season in 2024. So definitely be sure to stay tuned for all the awesome videos coming very soon. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below. And we'll see you guys in the next video. See you later.